Hi and welcome to the podcast. My name is Kristen. You can find me on Instagram as Skein Yarn and on Ravelry as K10, that's K10. Hope you're doing really well. It is Friday today and I have been so busy the last couple of weeks with work and knitting and sewing. I was thinking about this the other day. It's interesting. I went through such a long period of having no creativity to all of a sudden it's like a rush of everything like coming into my brain. I've got so many ideas, so many plans. It feels so good. There's nothing worse when you have a creative business to just be running on empty. So I have lots to talk about. Let's start with what I'm wearing. So I finished the Traveler's Shell by Andrea Mowry and I love it. I didn't end up putting pockets on because they are very big pockets and I didn't want them to stretch out and droop. I do like the look of the pockets, and the first one I made, as I've said before, I didn't put pockets on that. I ummed and ahed, and then in the end I just thought, no, I like it just as it is, just plain. So I knit this using there's lots of sirens outside, sorry. We had a fire alarm go off across the road. We have big apartments and there's sort of a lot of activity, so I don't know what's happened. There is a bakery at the bottom level, so hopefully everything's all right. Anyway, I'll just wait till this goes past. There goes the fire brigade. Okay, so I knit this using our Frizz base, which is a fingering weight boucle, and it is 100% merino. It's superwash. I loved knitting with this yarn. It can at times be a little bit tricky because the curls of the boucle can get stuck in needles, which I'm okay with. It's all right. It happens every now and again, but I think if you're a beginner knitter, it would be a terrible yarn to start with. I used our, what do you call it? Not Sugar Rush, the other one. Spice colourway, which is Whimsy, and this is a special colourway that we have up on the shop. I did a collection a little while ago, and I am going to add to it as time goes on, but they're all very variegated colours, so when you knit them up, they're did I say Spice Collection? Yeah, it's called the Spice Collection. So they knit up highly variegated, and I've knit this obviously with one of them, Whimsy, which has these lovely sort of caramels and brown and yellow, and it knits really nicely actually up in this pattern because I did alternate skeins. And I have spoken about this before, but I'll just quickly mention I alternated skeins every second row because I'm knitting back and forth, so every time I come back to the right side I would alternate skeins, and I did that throughout the whole project. So there are areas where you can see a little bit of pooling, but what's great about this pattern is the stitch pattern actually helps to break that up. I have done in the past alternating skeins every second, third row, first row, and sort of randomly alternating the skeins around as I knit, and that seems to help break the colour up even better. But I didn't bother doing that with this. I just alternated every second row, and yeah, I really love how it turned out. It's something a little bit different than what you would see. A lot of sweaters these days are semi-solid colours, which look lovely, and I love semi-solid colours and I love dyeing them too, but I just thought it'd be fun to have another option. So highly recommend this pattern. I hope I mentioned it's by Andrea Mowry, and yeah, really enjoyed knitting it, and I'm so pleased that I finally finished it, because we are in autumn now, and we're in that funny sort of zone where 1 minute it's cold, the next minute it's hot. So I'm constantly changing clothes, I'm taking layers off. So this is perfect for this time of year because it's a cardigan, it's open. So if I get hot, I can take it off. If I get cold, I can put it back on. So yeah, it's perfect. Right, what else? So I did I cast this on last time? I can't remember. Or maybe I was talking about it. So I cast on the Sora Blouse by Tanja Koenigs, and this I mentioned last episode, along with a whole heap of other patterns that were knit entirely out of mohair silk lace. And I cast this on and I finished it. It was so quick. It is a very simple sweater. It's knit on size 7mm needles. I'm not sure what that is in US. And so the gauge is very loose, but I tell you what, to wear it, it's so lovely. It's not terribly warm, it's just right. It's just right for this time of year, actually. I knit this using 3 skeins of our mohair silk lace, which is only 150 grams total, and I have a lot of yarn left over. I couldn't have done it with 2 skeins, it wouldn't have been enough, but I just used a little bit of the 3rd skein, and this is knit with the yarns held double. So I split the 3rd skein up into 2 cakes, and then I pulled from both of those. The most, I think for all sizes, the most you'll need is 4 skeins of mohair silk, or you could even use Suri lace as well, which we are hoping to get in the shop soon, which I'm really excited about. Okay, what do I want to say? The colourway is Tamarind, and I have long admired this colour and have wanted to knit with it, and I finally did with this lovely sweater. I think this would be a great sweater to travel with, and I was thinking this because I love packing light, and usually if we go away, particularly overseas, we take on luggage. We don't put luggage in hold, we just take it on backpacks, like small cabin sized backpacks. And granted, we do travel when it's summer wherever we're going, so we don't need a lot of clothes. But this would be, any sort of mohair silk sweater or cardigan would be like the perfect travel sweater, because it folds up to absolutely nothing and it weighs nothing. So I'm going to think about that next time we go away. I don't know if I'd want to take a sweater like this if I'm going in sort of summer, spring, autumn. Oh, autumn I would, but probably not if it's a bit warmer. I'd probably want a cardigan, because that'd be really nice if you're going out at night. But yeah, highly recommend this, and I know that Tanja, the designer, has lots and lots of different patterns available for mohair silk lace. What else do I want to say? It's knit top down, it's raglan. Oh yeah, and the edgings are all finished with a I-cord, and I absolutely love the look of that. It's just the right touch for this sort of sweater. I think if you did rib for this kind of thing with large gauge needles, the rib might look a bit messy, because you know, your stitches, they're big and they're loose, so which looks fine in stockinette stitch, but I think if you were to knit a rib, it might look, yeah, a little bit wonky and a bit messy. But just finishing it off with an I-cord is perfect, and you actually knit the I-cord in a size smaller, so 6mm, which brings in the fabric, because actually when I was knitting this, I had split for the sleeves, and then I was looking at it and the neck looks so big, and I was thinking, oh God, you know, I've done something wrong. And I checked my gauge and it was on gauge, and I was thinking, well, maybe if I do the I-cord, it will bring all of that together so it won't be so wide. But it was like really wide, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know. Anyway, so I ended up stopping knitting the body, and then I picked up because you do a provisional cast on, so I picked up the stitches, put those stitches on my needles, and then did the I-cord for the neck, and it was perfect, fitted perfectly. It is a wide neck, so it's almost like a boat neck, but it doesn't slip off your shoulders. And I was thinking too, because I thought, I've done so much of this sweater, what if the neck is too big? It's very easy to alter. If you wanted something a little bit smaller, or you could do, what you could do is put your stitches on the needle and then do a couple of rounds decreasing. You could just do, I don't know, work it out with the gauge. So I can't remember how many stitches per inch, maybe it was 4 stitches per inch. So you could do 4 stitches and then another round of another 4 stitches decrease. So that's 2 inches that you're decreasing and shortening the neck. And then you could do the I-cord bind off, which would bring it in even more. So it's easy to alternate if you need to. The sleeves are bracelet length. I actually was hoping to have them just under my elbow, and I tried it on and measured, and then knit, and then tried it on again, and they were a lot longer. So that was my error. It's nothing to do with the pattern. She has exactly the amount of rows you need to knit each sleeve, and I didn't follow that. I just thought I would measure, and I don't know what I did. I mucked it up somehow. Anyway, I decided, well, what I'll do is I'll go bracelet length, because I was sort of at a weird in between length, and it didn't look great when I was wearing it. So yeah, hopefully I can get some pictures of me wearing this and I can add them while I'm talking about this, because I only just finished this last night. Will I block this? Probably not. I was thinking about this, I don't know, because the mohair itself is quite fragile. I say that, but then you can knit heels. You can add mohair silk lace to heels and it strengthens it. So it's not like it's going to break apart, but it could, because it's such a loose gauge, it could pull out of shape if I don't block it carefully. But what I was thinking of doing is maybe laying it out on a mat and then just spritzing it with water and getting it just a little bit damp, and then stretching, like not stretching it out, but just sort of blocking it. Sorry, my throat's gone funny. I've got really bad allergies at the moment, so yeah, it's not helping. But the actual sweater itself it looks really good on. It doesn't really need a block. The only thing I think might need a little touch up is the sleeves. Just need to kind of give them a little pull and a little reshape. But yeah, loved knitting this, and yeah, I just love it. Actually, thinking about this too, there was an interesting method of shaping on the shoulders, because the shoulders are like saddle shoulders and they're built into the design itself. I'm trying to remember how I did that again. I can't remember, but it looks really nice. It's a very simple design, but it's very, very well thought out. So yeah, highly recommend this. So this is the Sora blouse by Tanja Koenigs, and of course I'll put a link below. So that was another finished object. As you can see, I've just been going crazy with all my knitting and making. I did also finish a sewing object. This is the Sagebrush top blouse by Friday Pattern Company, and I'm not sure if I spoke about this last week. I might have, I can't remember. But I finished this. I have washed it, but I haven't ironed it. Should I put it on? I'll put it on for you and then you can see what it looks like. Alright, whips. I have a pair of socks that I'm knitting for my dad. It's his birthday in a couple of, well actually no, it's next week is his birthday, but he'll be coming up with my mum the week after that because his actual birthday falls on the Easter week. So I said I wanted them to come up because I wanted to you know, take him out for lunch and spoil him, and my mum of course. But yeah, Easter's not a good time because, you know, things close down, and it's also really busy here, school holidays, because this is where people come for holidays. It's, you know, coastal. So yeah, I thought maybe the weekend after, so that's when they're going to come up. So I have to get these socks done by then, which I'm pretty sure I will be able to. So I finished the first sock last night. I have woven in all of the ends, but I just have to cut them. I don't have scissors here at the moment. They're all upstairs next to my bed. I have two places where I knit here at home, here on the couch or up in on my bed. And actually I've been sitting upstairs in my bedroom a lot lately because this time of year, the way the house, this complex has been built, in summer it is naturally keeps the sun out, the way the pitch of the roof and the awnings or whatever. But at this time of year, because the sun's in between high and low, the sun comes right in here, and that's really nice in winter, but because it's still quite warm, it's like a hot box sitting in the lounge room during the day. So I usually sit upstairs. Anyway, this is what I've knitted so far. This is a Sugar Rush sock set, which is what I've been dyeing up, well, not lately a lot, but I have dyed them up in the past quite a lot, at the beginning of the year. But speaking of, I actually ordered in a ton of sock yarn and minis, and the Easter long weekend we will be having a massive Sugar Rush sock set bonanza. I have dyed up so many colours, it's just crazy. And next week I will be skeining them all and getting them all ready, photographing them for Friday, Easter Friday, which is when they will go on the shop. And I love dyeing these so much, they're just so much fun. I haven't dyed them for a while because we had quite a few wholesale orders that came in, and then I was stocking up on yarn for winter, so I was getting lots of DK and the mohair, and I've also dyed up our boucle DK curly, which will be going in the shop soon. So yeah, I've sort of been busy doing other things, but then I thought this would be fun for Easter, like it'd be a fun Easter update to have lots and lots of colours. And of course these Sugar Rush colours are all one of a kind, so once they sell out, that's it. But yeah, for a dyer, for me, they're so much fun to do because I just go nuts. I splash colour. What I actually do is I sit there with my dye chart. I have like colour charts of all the dyes that I have, and then I look at that, and then from there I plan what I'm going to put on, and yeah, it's just a ton of fun. So I do full 100 gram skeins and then 20 gram minis, and I put them together as sock sets. So this one I named them all after sweets and desserts. I have a feeling this was apple turnover with something smoothie. Spirulina Smoothie, I believe. Anyway, when you knit them up, they knit up just because of the way I dye them. There is a sequence to the way that I put dye. I just don't go crazy and put dye everywhere, but I have like a certain sequence that I put the dye on, so that when you knit it up, it knits up in micro stripes. And yeah, so I have one sock done, and I'll be casting on the next one tonight and try and get that done for his birthday. And what else? That's it for my knitting, but I do have a whip for sewing, which is the Regalia blouse, and I've spoken about this before on the podcast. This is by Sew House 7, and I have really wanted to sew this for a long time. I am going to do the long sleeve version, which I'll put a picture up, the cropped long sleeve version. I have my fabric all cut out and ready to go, and this is my fabric that I'm using. It's a little offcut. It's linen 100%. Oh, is it linen 100%? I'm pretty sure this is 100% linen. And it's funny, it's funny how your brain works, because I had a mental picture. I knew I had this in my stash, and I remembered it being a lot more orangey, and I thought, God, why did I buy that? I don't really suit that kind of shade. And then when I went through my stash and pulled it out, I realized it's a bit more sort of brown, than more leaning towards brown than orange, which I do suit this color. So yeah, I was really pleased. And I had a lot. I think maybe I had 3 meters worth of this fabric in my stash, and I'm pretty sure when I bought it I was going to sew pants, which is why I bought so much. Also, I was kind of I wasn't new to sewing, but I don't know, I just bought maybe a bit too much. But anyway, I'm glad I did, because I spoke about last time there was another pattern, which I'll put a picture in and I'll put the name below. I can't remember the name of it. And that's a little top, and I actually saw that top, the other top, on Instagram, that someone had made it using a linen, and I really liked the way that the linen draped and how it looked. So I was actually going to make that one first, and I wish I could remember the name of it. I was going to make that one first and then make this, but I was waiting for this to arrive because I had bought the pattern. But as soon as it arrived, I thought, well, actually, I just want to do this one first, use what I have, and then try to use as little fabric as I can when I cut it out, which I squeezed all the pieces together. It was like a jigsaw puzzle, and I sat there for ages, like rearranging pattern pieces and trying to get it to use as little as possible, and I did quite a good job. So I think I might have enough fabric left over to do the other top, because it's a short sleeve top. This was a long sleeve, but yeah, we'll see. If not, I'll have enough to do something with it for sure. So yeah, I hopefully will be making, I've got mohair up my nose now, hopefully I'll be making this on the weekend, or well, I'll be doing, probably won't finish it, but I'll certainly work on it. Yeah, but I have other plans. Like I said, it's just all of a sudden everything's kind of happened in my, good chemistry has happened in my brain, and I am just, yeah, wanting to do everything, which is great. All right. Now, I do have a cast on that I want to do as well. So I'm finishing things, which is really great. I still have on my needles a shawl by Vera Valmarchi, which is, I haven't touched, but I want to get back to, and that has brioche in it. It's beautiful. I have my Wildwood sweater, which is a design that I did, which I'm wanting to re-release. I don't have much to do on that, so I'm going to finish that as well. So in terms of knitting, I am actually doing pretty well in finishing things. But I do want to cast on, and I've got the yarn already to go, the Basil cardigan by Amy Christophers, and Christophers, I can't remember how you say it, but she released this pattern recently, and I saw it and fell in love with it. And it is a top-down raglan cardigan. The thing that I absolutely love about this is it's knit with using worsted weight yarn, so it means it's going to be really quick knit, and I absolutely love the collar of the cardigan, which is garter stitch. And I was looking through the pattern the other day, ready to cast on. Sorry, now I've got hiccups. And yeah, I was wanting to cast on, and yes, reading through the pattern, and okay, so the collar is garter stitch, and it's shaped using short rows, which is really interesting. And actually you start with the collar first, and then you do your short rows, and then you bind. Do you bind? I'm pretty sure you bind off the collar, and then you come back in and then pick up along, because I'm pretty sure actually the collar is knit, so a collar goes around this way, but it's knit this way, so widthways, and then you bind off, and then you come back and you pick up, and then you start the body. So it's interesting. And yeah, I don't knit a lot of cardigans, to be honest. I find button bands a real pain. I don't know why, because it's not like they're hard to knit, it's just, I don't know, they just put me off, and which is really silly. But anyway, I dyed up some Eclipse in our winter worsted, and if you remember through lines, I think my camera just shut off then, so I'll probably, yeah. Anyway, I don't know whether you remember, but I was knitting my Through Lines shawl by Andrea Mowry, and this Eclipse was the main colour, and I said that I wanted to knit a sweater. So I've been on the lookout for a sweater to knit this colour, and this is perfect. So I'm going to knit the cardigan at a cropped length and yeah, it's going to look amazing with my Sew House 7 Regalia blouse, which is why again I chose this colour. Actually, it'll probably look quite nice with this too. Yeah, so I have plans. There was something else I was going to knit. Oh yes, I do know. I really want to knit a colourwork sweater as well at some stage. So I haven't really started looking yet, but that's something that I would really like to do. Yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, you can tell my brain's like going a million miles an hour. And there's more stuff, but I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, so this coming May, so next month, is our anniversary, which I'm calling a Yarniversary. So we have been running the business, we have had Skein going since 2010, so it's our 15 years anniversary. And I always remember it's May because it's right near my mum's birthday. That's when I put my stuff on Etsy and was hoping for maybe a sale. Anyway, I was like, there's just no way I would have thought that 15 years later I would be dyeing yarn and I had the business still running. It's just nuts and fantastic. And of course it's all got to do with you guys and your support. If it wasn't for my lovely customers, I just wouldn't be here. So I am like infinitely grateful for all your support. Anyway, so I wanted to do a big celebration because I haven't really done that in the past. We had our 10-year anniversary and it sort of went quietly, but I thought, you know what, 15 years, that's quite an achievement. So throughout May, we are running a knit-along, a make-along actually. I didn't want to make it a knit-along, I wanted to make it a make-along. So I'm hoping our lovely customers and you guys could come and join us and make something nice with our yarn to celebrate our 15 years with us. So I'm running the make along over on Ravelry, and I have the group, it's in the group and I've got the thread ready, it's all ready to go. And yeah, basically it's a cast on, it is for new cast ons. So everyone will cast on May 1st and then we'll knit throughout the month of May. It will finish on the 31st of May, and there's just no pressure to finish. If you don't finish, that's fine. It's not a problem. It's just having fun, talking about the yarn, and I can share some stories about the business and yeah, anyway, so what was I going to say? So it's a make along, which means you can knit, crochet, punch needle, weave, whatever you want to do would be fantastic. You don't have to use our yarn for the entire project. You could just add a bit in, like, you know, if you're weaving you could add a little bit in, or if you're knitting socks you could add a little heel or whatever, or you could knit a whole sweater with our yarn if you like. I don't mind. We do actually for this weekend have we've got a code for 15% off. I thought I would do that now because we were going to have a sale over our anniversary month, but then I thought if we're running the make along, it'd be much better if we did the sale now, so you can grab your yarn and then cast on in May. So we have a 15% off all of our in-stock bases, and you can find the code. I'm going to be posting the code on not on Ravelry. Yes, it's on Ravelry, it's on Instagram, and I've started our blog again, which is the journal. I miss blogs. I used to love reading people's blogs. So yeah, I've started that again and I've posted that there. So if you would like to go and grab some yarn at 15% off and come join us, I would love that. Yeah, and I have lots of plans for May, which I'm really looking forward to doing. The Mystery Knit Along does have prizes. I'll be doing quite a few prizes as we go, and like I said, there's no pressure to finish, but if you do want to be in for a prize, I have a hashtag, so you can enter either on Ravelry or you can enter on Instagram if you don't want to be on Ravelry. That's fine. You just need to use the hashtag SYKnitAlong. I'll put it down below so you can see. And of course you can tag me as well at Skein Yarn on Instagram, so I don't miss it. And anytime you post a picture either on Instagram or if you're posting on Ravelry, you will be in for a prize. So I'll just do some random number draws and give out prizes throughout the month. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that, and like I said, I've got lots of different ideas to do throughout May, which I am organizing now. Yeah, now what else? The only other thing is I just wanted to quickly mention, yesterday I thought I had finished all my dyeing for the week. Like I said, I've been doing lots and lots of dyeing, and I've got quite a few weeks in advance done, which I'm super proud of myself because that just never happens. Usually I'm dyeing for the week that I'm adding yarn onto the shop, but yeah, I've actually dyed ahead of time, so I had a little bit of time yesterday to do something fun, and I decided to get some Procyon dye, fiber reactive dyes. So these are for cotton, and I've never dyed up cotton before. I have, like, when I was younger, I did lots of dyeing because my mum actually was a dyer. She did shibori, she did organic dyeing, what do you call it, with the plants, natural dyeing. So yeah, I have I have experience in those kind of things, and I did do some fabric dyeing when I was younger. But yeah, but I haven't dyed cotton yarn, which is something that I am thinking of doing, but that's not what I did yesterday. I actually got some project bags, and I thought I would dye up some shibori project bags just to see how they would go. And so I did all the folding yesterday, which I find I just really enjoy doing it. I don't know, there's something really calming about shibori. I know there's lots of different ways that you can dye. You can stitch and pull the stitches and dye it, and it makes all these beautiful patterns. What I really love is the resist dyeing of clips and folding. So I did that yesterday, and I actually took some videos, so hopefully I can share that with you guys on Instagram, or I can do some shorts here on YouTube. But I haven't had a look at them yet. So after I finish podcasting here, I am going into the studio to have a look at how they went, and yeah, hopefully they went okay, and then I can share that with you guys. So yeah, if they do well, I'm thinking I could do a limited release of some project bags. So basically they're similar to tote bags. They're pretty much exactly like this without the fabric on the front, but they're exactly that size actually, and they're 100% natural cotton, which is really nice, and they're a good weight. They're not too thin. So yes, if they do work out well, I will be doing a limited release, and who knows, I might do some more interesting dyeing of fabric in the future. I absolutely love doing it, and I have a dye studio, so it makes it very interesting. And actually yesterday I was looking on YouTube, and I was watching indigo dyeing and vat, putting together an indigo vat, and I was like, oh, that looks really interesting, so who knows. But yeah, and I would love to try getting some cotton yarn, because I know I have had a lot of vegan knitters contact me asking if I do cotton. And in fact, the climate that I live in, and most of Australians apart from those who live down south, we live in a very hot climate, so cotton would be, and linen would be fabulous. So yeah, there's plans to experiment with that. I'm not saying I will definitely do it, but yeah, I'd like to try just to see how I go. Anyway, I think that's it, and I've probably talked way too much. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing really well, and like I said, come over on Ravelry and join in our make along. I actually have plans to, I'm going to be doing, I probably won't be doing the basil cardigan because I'll probably cast on before then. Maybe a colourwork sweater would be nice actually. I'll do that for the make along. And I might even, I bought a punch needle kit, and I've been mucking around with some punch needling with my leftover yarn. It's the best thing for leftover yarn. It's really fun. And I actually bought some monk's cloth fabric and some embroidery hoops. So I'll probably be doing that and sharing that with you guys. I might actually share that next episode. And yeah, so I've got lots of things brewing. And yeah, lots of fun things at the shop, at the studio too. So okay, so yeah, lovely of you to tune in, and I really am thankful that you're here. I love YouTube, not so much love Instagram at the moment, but yeah, but yeah, I love the community here. And yeah, comment below, tell me what you're working on. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you over on the Ravelry group. So yeah, take care, and talk to you in the next 2 weeks, which will be just before my parents come, I think. So hopefully I'll have those socks done. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.